Thursday, there is a TWID. Go to Bungie.net, click Destiny 2, you scroll down right here. This week in Destiny. So let's get into it. If you missed it, there's a live stream recap here. You can go and watch it. It's a 56-minute long, so yeah. This talks about Onslaught, but there's a new picture here, which I will go over real quick. That everyone believes is Luna's house, and it does look a lot like Luna's house. So I'm assuming as well it's probably Luna's house. There's also either a shotgun or an auto rifle in the backpack there. I'm not sure which. It kind of looks like a shotgun the way it's holding it, but it could be also an auto. Pretty sure it's a shotgun though. But anyways, there's the fallen guillotine again. So Luna's house coming back as well. Let's go. That stuff don't need to go over because we've already gone over it later in the week. So let's go into the more important. Into the Light, more Destiny 2 Into the Light, which will happen on March 26th at 10 a.m. PT. They will go over the Brave Arsenal weapon with the weapons they're coming out with Into the Light. I'm excited to see what they're adding. They're also going to talk about a new social space, which is going to be intriguing, plus new rewards. I don't know what that means. I don't know what they're referencing with that, because obviously the Arsenal weapons are separate here, so it's something else. I don't know if it's something specifically to the social space or something else. I'm not sure. I'm assuming the social space will probably be like where Zur is currently with the Dares of Eternity thing, but it'll be with Shaxx instead, so Shaxx is going to be two places at once now, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Destiny 2 Year 1 inspired armor and more, which is exciting. We get to see that armor better, because we didn't really get to see much of it. We still get to earn these emblems. If you watch an hour for those held dear, you'll get that one. Watch for 3 hours, you get Echo Diamond. They're extending the streams to make sure you can do it, because they bugged it out. So we'll see. PvP Strike Team, Weapon Sandbox update. There's an update. So auto rifles are dominating. Well, specifically, precisions are dominating too much, they say. They also say Outlook is the strongest. But honestly, I don't see many people using it. Probably because it's really hard to get a good roll for positive Outlook. I know for a fact it's definitely a monster. The thing is probably one of the best autos in the game by far. So it makes Prosecutor look like shit, in my opinion, for range and consistency and just overall destruction power. So it makes sense that they will be getting a nerf though because they're too dominant. This is the first time Bungie's ever fixed something that is too dominant right off the bat. This is honestly amazing. So, hallelujah? But yeah, so anyways, onto it. The precision decreased base damage by 5%. Not a huge difference, but it should be enough to feel it. Hand cannon precision, which are 180s, are getting an increased base by 6%. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure they 3-tap right now with no issue, but maybe it's some sort of bug of like too much resilience and it doesn't work. I don't know. Don't use 180s, so I have no clue. Adaptives, they're increasing the body shot damage by 1%, increase critical hit damage by 4%. This will give adaptive hand cannons a more forgiving range cushion, and will also correct the issue preventing explosive payload from killing in 3 crits against all resilience levels within optimal range. So, yeah, currently you can't 3-tap if someone is at, I think it's 7 resilience or more, or maybe it's 8 resilience or more, something like that. They'll literally survive it. So, yeah, I'm glad they're finally doing it. I hope this applies to Rose. It should logically, but Rose is considered a lightweight. So, if Bungie doesn't actually account for that, it might actually not update Rose, which would be very, very disappointing. Which, obviously, they will fix later if they don't do it now. But it should logically, but this is Bungie, so you never know. The pulse rifles, rapid fires are increasing body shot damage by 3.5%, increasing crit damage by 1%. I don't know why they're doing this. Rapid fire pulses are really broken right now, and I mean really broken right now. Their TTK is insane, their range is insane. It's stupid. They're the only rapid fire weapon of any other type that can 3 burst and not have to 4 burst. Every other rapid fire has 1 extra shot it's got to hit. These don't got that. They don't get that at all. I don't know why that is. Bungie thinks that's okay. I don't know why they think they need to buff them even more, but whatever. On to it. Lightweights. Pulses are also getting an update. Increased increased body shot damage by 6%, increased crit hit damage by 3%. I'm excited for this. Currently, lightweights are really decent. They are really good in the meta. You can definitely use them. As long as you stay more ranged. You don't really want to get close because of autos and stuff, but you can definitely do it without any issue. They are really good right now. I made a video for either tomorrow or the next day it'll come out. It'll show it off before this update, then it'll show it off after this update to see how much more dominant it is. They were good prior to this change, and now they are really good. And then with this change, hopefully they're even better. I'm excited for it. I love lightweight pulses personally, ever since the beta, so I'm excited to see them become maybe potentially meta. We'll see. Adaptive pulse rifles, well, they always suck, so it's good they're getting damage increase even now because they still suck. Increased body shot damage for 5%, increased critical hit damage by 2%. Scout rifles, rapid fires, increased base damage by 2%. I don't know why they're getting a base damage increase. Those motherfuckers absolutely melt you. They have some ridiculous TTKs. Don't know why Bungie thinks they need to buff those, but Bungie for you, what's new? Lightweights, bows are increasing base damage by 6%. Note that Wishender and Monarch are not affected by the change. I don't know why Wishender would be, because Wishender is a high impact or higher damage one, not a lightweight, so I don't know why they would put that there. Monarch is a lightweight, so it makes sense. But I still don't understand this, because lightweight bows currently do what they're supposed to. 2 heads will kill. 1 head, 1 body will not. And I think of the 6%, it's going to be able to 1 head, 1 body, and I do not want that, because their fast fire rate is ridiculous. They should not be 1 head, 1 body. The higher up ones should be 1 head, 1 body, and the lower ones, the faster it fires, they need to make it where anything that increases the bow's damage, or rate of fire, sorry, will increase or decrease its damage. So that way it requires a headshot and a body, or 2 heads instead of a head and a body, if anything. My opinion. But yeah, I like bows, but I do not think they need to be meta in any sort of way. Not in PvP, at least. Not the way they were previously and could still be. Exotic weapon, Sunshine, increased critical hit damage against players in the Crucible by 11% to allow it to kill in 3 hit crits. It's getting more of a buff, so it appears to be having the same thing Explosive Payload Glitch was having with Explosive Payload. But I don't know why it's getting 11%, so it must be having more of a damage bug than just that. Last Word, increased base damage by 6% to allow it to kill in 3 crits. Personally, I think it should stay 3 crits, 1 body, or 3 crits, 2 body, and no matter what, it can't 3-tap, in my opinion, because how fast. It's faster than a 180. If the fact that 180 can't 3-tap unless you get a damage perk, it's kind of stupid the Last Word can. Just saying, I think that's broken. Just my opinion. General changes, flinch in the new sandbox with increased resilience on critical hits. Sorry, increased reliance. I read that wrong. Sorry. Increased reliance on critical hits. Being flinched off targets when using your primary weapon feels especially punishing. So we're taking steps to address that issue. Reduce flinch taken by all primary weapons by 15%. This is either going to be a huge change and absolutely make especially auto rifles and SMGs even more dominant, because they're not going to have any type of flinches, which is the only reason why most auto rifles aren't super dominant but are, other than precision. And then SMGs are still good, but they're not overwhelmingly good because flinch keeps them there. So this 15% could be a huge difference. We'll see. Who you gonna call? Cool ship, cool sparrow. I don't really care for the ghost shell personally. You get a free papercraft ghost shell, which is the what's it called, the Slimer, right? Yeah, Slimer. So yeah, little pop-up one, little one you can put on your shelf, which is kind of cool. I like it, I won't lie, but it's not too important. But yeah, this is papercraft if it is not a Bungie Rewards item and cannot be earned if you purchase the items in the store. Once the purchase is made at the Bungie store, customers will receive a link to download the PDF file of the papercraft sent to the email address they have associated with their Bungie store account. Sorry for any previous confusion. Just to make sure, they have a warning so you don't go and fuck up. And if you do go and fuck up, that's on you. Bungie Bounty, in my opinion, I think this was the worst Bungie Bounty. This was the easiest one. I've never gotten lucky and gotten stuck in the lobbies with the Bungie bounties for anything they've done. But usually for Crucible, they have a couple really good players and a few bad players, so that way it balances it out. So that way they're not just steamrolling everyone, and that way everyone's not just steamrolling them. It gives everyone a chance, but then it gives lesser skilled players, they have to fight even harder if they want it, and more skilled players obviously don't have to fight as hard because there's some less skilled players on the team. But this time around, it was literally 3 people that had 0.0 KDs in Crucible, because 2 of them never played. The third one never played, but he plays PvE, so he plays Destiny, just doesn't play it. The other 2 have never played Destiny ever for anything. They were brand new accounts, and that was the first time they played. I don't know why they were going into Crucible. And they were not doing well. They were getting shit on because they're lesser skilled players. They'd never played Destiny before. 2 of them had never. And the other one was a pure PvE player. The other 3 people were all low .0s. It's like 0.4, 0.3, and a 0.5, I think, or something. I don't remember. It was low points, though. And 2 of them basically never play PvP but once in a while. And the last one plays PvP, but he always plays Iron Banner PvP and none of the other PvP. And he's always solo. He doesn't stack, for the exact reason he doesn't want to get slaughtered. So Bungie, really bad design. Pretty much anyone that came against him everyone came against him got this without a doubt. It was probably the easiest way of getting a Bungie bounty. I don't like the emblem personally. I think it's shit, so it's not really worth it. But, you know, people did it, and I guarantee everyone won. I don't know why they did that. PvE people should be doing the PvE bounties so that way it's more fair and they can actually compete and do better and stuff. They have a chance. Putting them in a PvP environment when they never play PvP feels wrong in my opinion because it just screws them over to fail. I get it was for donations. I get it was for all that. But if you put people that aren't PvP players in PvP, they're not going to do well. To me, I think Bungie did this on purpose so that way they didn't have to donate a ton of money to the direct relief. which I know people might see that's conspiracy, but I mean, why else would you put literal people that don't play PvP in PvP? Unless you don't want to donate money to the direct relief, because it's based on the points they got. Every point they got was $3, and half the time they were only getting 5, 7 points. That's $21. That's nothing compared to what they've raised in the past with these things. So I don't know what they were doing. In my opinion, I think it was the dumbest thing they've ever done. I don't like it. I'm really sad about it. And again, I never have gotten lucky to be part of it. I've tried every time and just been unlucky. It's just that's just how it works sometimes. But also them shit. So personally, I didn't even attempt it this time. But I watched it, and I really don't think it was right the way they did it. It took away the competition. It took away the actual drive for it, in my opinion. So yeah, just my opinion. You can hate it all you want. I'm just stating facts about how it works in the past versus now. 20% off silver starting March 26th until April 2nd. So for 1 week you get 20% off, which means you can save to buy the Ghost, the Sparrow, and the Ship pack for Ghostbusters. Wait for the 20 week or the 20% off and then do it. Whole bunch of things as always, doesn't matter, and down to the end part. That's everything for this week with Guardian Games winding down. Don't forget to complete the drop-in quest so you can keep the All-Star Vector Skimmer when the event ends. Remember, diamond medallions give 300 points, so getting 3 of those puts you in a good shape to complete the 1200 point requirement. I'm just saying, I mean, that's only 900 points out of the 1200, so technically speaking, that's not really good shape because it's 300 more points and the other ones don't really give much. So, kind of would be 4, you should say, to guarantee it. But, it's okay. I get what they're saying. But I'm just saying, it takes 4. But yeah, we'll be back next week with even more Destiny 2 into the light details. In the meantime, be good to each other, and thanks for hanging out with us, Destiny 2 community team. I'm excited for next week on Tuesday to see what they show off for this new social space. I really want to see it. Um, Plus these new rewards, whatever those are. I obviously want to see the Brave Arsenal weapons. I'd love to see what they are. The Year 1 Inspired Armor, I'd love to see the Hunter chest piece because they completely hide it from us for the most part. I don't think they have it. Yeah, see, even here they cover it a bit. They don't show it. It looks kind of shit though, truly. That's Orpheus on, actually. I think that was Orpheus Riggs. No, it's not. I don't know what that is. But anyways, that is Luna's Howl as well. In case I didn't say that, I'm going to say it again. That's Luna's Howl. I did say it, but it's fine. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully it gets to keep its perk. But hopefully they give it other perks as well that makes it just as good. We'll see. That's the TWID for the week. If you enjoy, leave us like, subscribe, comment what you think about it. What do you think about the changes they're doing for Crucible already? We're finally getting nerfs right off the bat. It's the quickest they've ever nerfed stuff that are broken and buff things that are shit, slash buffing things that really shouldn't be buffed. Bungie in a nutshell. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment what you think. I wish y'all well. We out. Adios. Y'all have a good day. Bye.